Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to our chemistry class. Today we are going to continue our previous class on F block elements part 3. Okay friends, let us start. Lanthanoid contraction. Okay. See, before understanding this lanthanoid contraction, we should know these minimum things friends. Okay. See, these are the orbitals. S, P, D, F. So these are the orbitals and these are the number of lobes. Okay. In S orbital, one lobe is present. In P, three lobes. In D, 5 lobes. In F, 7 lobes. We also know that, see, in S, one orbital is present. In P, 3 orbitals are present. In D, 5 orbitals are present. And in F, 7 orbitals are present. Okay. We should know one thing, friends, that is, see, from top to bottom, means especially in this F orbital has poor shielding effect. This is the most important thing, means this is very useful for us to understand this lanthanoid contraction. That is, this F orbital have poor shielding effect. Okay, try to remember this. Okay, next, see, if we go from lanthanum to lutetium, okay, see, if we move from lanthanum to lutetium, means this 4f orbital, we know that already I said that this f orbital is poorly shielded, means it has a poor shielding effect. Means if this f orbital is poorly shielded, means nuclear attraction of s orbital increases. As this f orbital is poorly shielded, that means this s orbital has more nuclear attraction. So what will happen? Size decreases and that results in lanthanoid contraction. See, in order to understand this lanthanoid contraction, I want to explain simply by using this. See, try to observe this. Okay, see, this is 4f. Okay, this is 4f orbit and this is 6s. Okay, as I already said that this 4f has poor shielding ability. Okay, means that here this f is not able to protect it properly because this f has poor shielding ability, so that this f is not able to protect this nucleus, means not able to shield it properly. As it is not able to shield the nucleus properly, this s means this 6s easily get attracted towards the nucleus, means it doesn't have any barrier to reach this nucleus, so that easily it reaches the nucleus. So nuclear attraction increases due to 6s. So nuclear attraction increases due to 6s. Okay, as this 6s come close to this, means this 6s is coming close to this nucleus, that means here the size decreases. Okay, that means here the size, means here the size may decreases or remains same. Okay, so this is lanthanoid contraction. Okay, let us see the application part of this lanthanoid contraction. Okay, see, already we know that from 3D to 4D or 4D to 4D to 5D, usually the size increases. See, already we know that size increases down the group. Okay, size increases down the group. See, from 3D to 4D it is common because here the size is increasing. Okay, from 3D to 4D size increases. See, but means usually according to our rule, means size should increase down the group, but here from 4D to 5D the size is not increasing. Why? Means because of lanthanoid contraction. Okay, see, but due to lanthanoid contraction size do not increases. Okay, this is the application part of lanthanoid contraction. See, size, see, from 3D to 4D size increases, but from 4D to 5D, so size is not increasing because of lanthanoid contraction. So here the size remains same for both 4D and 5D. Okay, this thing we have to remember, friends. Hope you understood. Yeah, next, see, come here. Yeah, this 5D, okay, this 5D, this is a post-lanthanoid series. Means in this 5D, the elements are present after the lanthanum. Means post-lanthanoid series. These have the similar size as 4D. See, what they are telling means here, 4D and this 5D has almost similar size. Why means? Because of lanthanoid contraction. Okay, this one we had to remember. Okay, let us focus on this. This is very important, friends. Okay, see, this is a scandium, ytterbium and lanthanum. Scandium, ytterbium and lanthanum. From 3D to 4D and 4D to 5D. Okay, according to our rule, what size should increase down the group? Okay, so from scandium to ytterbium, size increases. From ytterbium to lanthanum, also size increases. Okay, but if we observe this titanium, zirconium and hafnium, see, from titanium to zirconium, size increases. This is as usual. But from zirconium to hafnium, size is not increasing because of lanthanoid contraction. We may get doubt that, see, from zirconium to hafnium, almost the size is similar. But here from ytterbium to lanthanum, the size is increasing. Why means? Here we should know the reason, friends. Okay, see, in this lanthanum, see, 4f electrons are absent. See, already we discussed that 4f electrons are responsible, means that 4f orbitals has poor shielding effect. Poor means if poor shielding effect is present, if the shielding is poor, then only it is possible for this S to reach the nucleus, so that here the size get decreases. See, whereas in this case in lanthanum 4f electrons are absent. As 4f electrons are absent, size as usual means increases. From scandium to ytterbium and from ytterbium to lanthanum, the size increases. Whereas in this case from titanium to zirconium, size increases. But here due to lanthanoid contraction, means here in this hafnium 4f electrons are present. That means 4f, we know that 4f has poor shielding effect, so that 6s come close to the nucleus, so that size decreases or almost remains same. Okay, these two things we had to remember. Okay, see, from scandium to ytterbium and ytterbium to lanthanum, the size increases because in 4f orbital electrons are absent. Whereas in this case, if we observe, see, from titanium to zirconium, electrons are absent in f orbital, so that the size increases from titanium to zirconium. But from zirconium to hafnium, see, in hafnium, one 4f orbital, means in 4f orbital, one electron is present. One f means one f electron is present. We know that f electron has poor shielding effect, so that the s orbital come close to the nucleus, so size decreases or almost remains same. So that from titanium to zirconium, size increases, but from zirconium to hafnium, the size remains almost same, and this is due to lanthanoid contraction. I hope you understand. Next, see, these are the minimum basic things, friends. Let us see. See, we know density is equal to mass by volume. Okay, density is equal to mass by volume. Okay, that means here mass is directly proportional to density. Okay, mass is directly proportional to density. See, this is from cobalt to rhodium and rhodium to iridium. See, these three things increases, means, see, from cobalt to rhodium, what's happening? Mass is increasing. Okay, that means density is also increasing. Okay, along with this, oxidation state and complex forming ability also increases. See, that means we can conclude saying that from 3D to 4D and from 4D to 5D, density, oxidation state as well as complex forming ability increases. This is the element of 3D and this is from 4D and this is from 5D. That means all these three things like density, oxidation state and complex forming ability, all these increases. Okay, hope you understood. Next, see, highest oxidation state. See, ruthenium, osmium. Okay, See, these are the highest oxidation states. We know that here 4 oxygens are present. One oxygen atom means -2, right? So here 4 oxygens are present. That means 4 to 8. Yeah. So here the ruthenium exhibits +8 oxidation state. Here osmium also exhibits +8 oxidation states. We know that fluorine means one fluorine atom has one negative charge. Here 8 fluorine atoms are there. That means here the osmium exhibits +8 oxidation state, means highest oxidation states are exhibited by these. Okay, next. Okay friends, I hope this is enough for today class. Let us continue in our next class. Thank you.